Hello and welcome to my channel. Recently, somebody approached me telling me, obedience are somehow Peter Obi supporters. They are insulting Fayoshe's brother. Is it Isaac Fayoshe? That Peter Obi could lose support. And there's a response I gave to this guy. That is the same response I'm about to give to this lady that I will play her video now. I'll play her video. You will listen to, I will respond to her and you will listen to the response I gave her. There is something Nigerians are not understanding. So my response to her is close to what I gave the other guy as response.
So Justin, apparently the NELFUND application that was opened for nationwide applicants, Southeast no gree apply for the NELFUND program. According to them, they no one use loan take go school because they are afraid it might affect them when they want to travel out of the country. Person wey never see food chop to or see money take pay school fees, they afraid saying go travel out, NELFUND package go come prevent am. Anyway, what I just want to say is this. I want to point something out because sometime last month the the army chief of staff was complaining about Southeast and a whole lot of other top guns in several ministry like that were complaining about the Southeast. And one thing is their complaint: the lack of participation of Southeast in nationwide programs. Army go do recruitment. They go send list to every part of the country and what the numbers they expect from each region. Southeast no go gree participate. Police go do recruit, Southeast no go gree participate. Air Force go do, Southeast no go gree participate. Navy go do, Southeast no go gree participate. NELFUND go do, Southeast no go gree participate. Everything the country does, every other part of the country go give people. People go apply, people go roll with the program. Southeast no go gree participate. Then e can't reach for presidential election. Southeast can't they expect me every other region come vote for their brother. It doesn't work that way. That was why in that my video I was telling you people that you have to give love to get love. You people are always looking down on everything the country does. Meanwhile, if you come online, go to comment sections of foreigners or comment section of Nigerians or anything, or the majority of the people demarketing the country na Southeasterners. You will see them always going comment section to comment section talking about how Nigeria is a zoo, Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. Southeast always make sure that they put the country out there in a bad light. Then you can't reach for presidency. You can't say the same bad country and the same country you refuse to participate in everything that other regions are participating in. Make all those other regions come vote for your brother. Say na him be the saint wey go carry us go promised land, and you expect people to vote for him. See our clothes, gather am, make you jack us, go polling unit, go force our hand, press am on top the ink, make we vote for am.
Okay, having had that, let me respond to some of the things this lady said about the Southeast and the Igbo people. First, she talked about NELFUND. She said the Southeast avoided NELFUND loans while other regions were taking them, and that some people from the Southeast refused to take the loans because they were worried it could affect their ability to travel. Honestly, I don't understand why this should be used against the Southeast. If people decide not to take a loan, that is their choice. Taking a loan is not compulsory. And different people have different reasons for refusing loans. Some people have taken loans before and found it difficult to repay. I know people who have had experiences with loan and they don't want to have such experiences again, especially because of interest and other charges that are, they keep increasing. So if some people in the Southeast decide they don't want to take a particular loan, how does that become an offense against Nigeria? Other regions are taking these loans, good. If people in the Southeast don't want them, that should also be their choice. It's a matter of choice. Then she talked about the recruitment into the military and other government institutions. She said the Southeast had been refusing to participate in these things. But there are reasons why some people in the Southeast are reluctant to join the military and some other security institutions. These reasons have been explained by different people and organizations, including Inter-Society. We cannot pretend that history does not exist. The experience of Nigeria's civil war, it's left deep wounds. There are also concerns about what some people see as treatment of the Southeast by security forces. There have been allegations and complaints about excessive use of force and the way military operations are carried out when it concerns that particular region. There are also concerns about what is happening within the military itself, including questions about transparency in the fight against terrorism and allegations of infiltrations. Some people have also questioned why people described as repentant terrorists are sometimes brought into security structures. People are worried about that. And, they need explanations and not all of this you're saying. Now, whether you agree with all these concerns or not, they are reasons people have given to for their distrust. And that is why in one of my previous videos, I talked about the need for security. Note, for security to look like the people it is protecting. I also talked about state police and the other importance of people being able to identify with their security institutions. If the people protecting you are completely disconnected, different from you, it can become difficult for the people to trust and identify with them. So before you accuse people of boycotting everything, you should first ask, why are they reluctant to participate? It's not just, people like to talk. Then she moved to the presidency and she's referring to Peter Obi's participation. She said the Southeast is rejecting everything in Nigeria, but at the same time, they want to push its own person, Peter Obi certainly, to become president. And that is where I want to correct her. I corrected somebody, like I told you earlier. Peter Obi is not a Southeast candidate simply because he is from Southeast. Peter Obi represents something much bigger than the Southeast. The people supporting Peter Obi are not only Igbo people. The Obedient movement has Nigerians from different parts of the country. Many of these people are supporting him because they believe what he represents, the kind of leadership Nigeria needs at this particular point in time. They have looked at his record. They see financial prudence. They see managerial skills and ability. They see business experience. They see somebody they believe can bring a different approach to governance. So if somebody from the Southwest, North, South, is it South, or any part of Nigeria supports Peter Obi, are we going to say the person is now Igbo from Southeast because he supports him? No. People are supporting him because of what they believe he represents, like I said. And if you don't want to vote for Peter Obi, that is also your choice. Nobody is forcing you. But don't reduce the people supporting Peter Obi to people who simply want an Igbo president. In fact, many Igbo people themselves do not support Peter Obi. There are many people in the Southeast who are not interested in the Nigerian project, in the Nigerian presidential election at all. Some people believe the Southeast should separate from Nigeria and so its own way and go its own way. Some people who strongly believe in the Biafra idea even oppose Peter Obi because they believe his participation in Nigerian politics gives the impression that the Igbo people are still fully interested in remaining in Nigeria. In case you don't know. So how can you say Peter Obi represents the entire Southeast? He doesn't. No. For many of his supporters, Peter Obi represents Nigeria. He represents the poor. He represents the people who are struggling. He represents the person who wants to see Nigeria work. That is how many of his supporters see him. They are not seeing him as Igbo or anything. People are looking for somebody they believe can rescue the country from the situation it is currently facing. And yes, every politician has people who will criticize him. But among the people currently presenting themselves for the presidency, many Nigerians look at Peter Obi's record and believe he stands out. And that is a fact. So if you don't support Peter Obi, that is your choice. But rejecting Peter Obi is not an attack on Southeast on Igbo. No, you are not hurting Igbo at all. You are making your own political decision. If you support him, you support him. If you don't support him, you don't support him. It is as simple as that. Then she said the Southeast is demarketing Nigeria. She added that. I don't agree with that. What you are seeing from some Southeast people is often a reaction to what they feel has been said and done to them. Nigerians themselves has a habit of bringing up the Igbo and the Southeast in conversations, sometimes in a way that people from the region feel it is meant to ridicule or subjugate them. So sometimes when people from the Southeast respond strongly, it becomes easy to say, look at them, they are demarketing Nigeria. But you also have to ask what caused the reaction in the first place. There are still people in the Southeast who strongly identify with Biafra. And there's a reason for that. The wound of the Civil War has not completely healed in the minds of many people. As I said in one of my previous videos, when a wound does not heal properly, you cannot be surprised when the pain keeps coming back. And that is why you still have Biafra agitation today. It is still happening. And sometimes when people are talking about Nigeria, they can go too far because of these unresolved feelings. But that does not automatically mean they are trying to destroy Nigeria or demarket the country. Look at what happens in other countries. When citizens believe their government is doing badly, they criticize the government. When an incompetent leader is in power, people complain. Opposition supporters speak against the government. Does that mean they are demarketing their country? No. If people complain about the way a government is being run, they are not necessarily attacking the government. Sometimes they are complaining because they want the country to work better. And even in Nigeria, we have seen this happen repeatedly. When Buhari was president, there were complaints about the concentration of appointments in the north. And today, under Tinubu, there are also complaints about the concentration of appointments among people from his ethnicity, the southwest. A lot of people are complaining the federal character idea is not being represented. Nigeria has a principle of ensuring fair representation among the different parts and groups of the country. So when people feel that appointments are not balanced, why should they not complain? If people complain about what they believe is imbalance in government, and you immediately tell them they are demarketing Nigeria, then you are simply refusing to listen to their concerns. You cannot expect people to remain silent when they believe they are being treated unfairly, and then accuse them of destroying the image of the country when they speak. There were times when Nigerians came together naturally. We watched football match together. When people scored, everybody celebrated, regardless of where they come from. But many things have happened over the years. A lot of water has passed under the bridge. Political divisions has increased. Ethnic suspicion has increased, especially since the return to civil rule. The memories of the Civil War are still there. People feel excluded. People feel mistreated. And people respond to these experiences in different ways. So before accusing the Southeast of rejecting everything or demarketing Nigeria, I think we should first ask ourselves a simple question. Why are some people behaving this way? There are reasons behind these reactions. You may disagree with these reasons, but you cannot simply pretend they don't exist. And finally, if some people don't want a loan, let them be. If they don't want to join the military, ask why. If they don't want to support Peter Obi, that is their choice. If they support Peter Obi, that is also their choice. But don't turn every decision made by people in the Southeast into an attack on Nigeria. The issues are more deeper than that, and it will take more than one video to explain all of them. Meanwhile, viewers, thanks for watching. Please share this video widely. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Bye for now.